Hi, this is Miss Ann for Tween and Teen Cooking to Go. Today's recipe is appropriate because we're in the month of December, and I thought it's like a holiday recipe, and it comes from the Baking Cookbook for Teens, 75 delicious recipes for sweet and savory treats. You're going to find the recipe on page 50. That looks delicious. Gingerbread coffee cake. That's the recipe that we will be making today. This delicious special cake is cooked right in a coffee mug. The best part, it takes only a few minutes to mix the ingredients. Then you can bake and serve the cake in the mug. Easy peasy. This is going to be delicious. So the ingredients that you will need is 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, a half teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of ground ginger, 1/8 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of molasses, 2 tablespoons of unsalted melted butter, 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter at room temperature, 1/4 cup of milk, a small mixing bowl, oven mitts or a pot holder so you can take it out of the microwave and not burn your hands, a microwave safe mug, a mixing spoon. So you are going to swirl 2 tablespoons of the melted butter in your mug. Kind of like you want to coat the sides of your oven and microwave safe mug like that because you don't want it sticking. Okay, I think that's good. Now you want to whisk the 6 tablespoons of flour, the 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and the cinnamon, which is 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I want to show you. So 1/8 is you use a 1/4 teaspoon, and it's half of the 1/4. So you want to go ahead and put that in the butter in the mug. I'm going to try to be careful where I don't make a mess. You're going to mix it all up. Okay, it looks like that's kind of clumpy right now. Stir in the milk, molasses, and I forgot, you're supposed to have vanilla. So you will need 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to mix the milk. And I have to admit to something. I am not a big fan of spice cake recipes, and I don't like molasses. So it's going to be interesting me trying this recipe. I probably should try it so you can see my face on the camera. But I picked this recipe because of gingerbread men. A lot of people make them in gingerbread houses around the holidays, around Christmas. So you need 1 tablespoon of molasses. I don't even like the smell of molasses. That's bad. And it's thick like syrup. I'll show you. Looks like that. Look how thick it is. It's like maple syrup. But it's sticky too. So be careful with it because you'll have sticky fingers. Now always forget to make sure you wash your hands. I forget to mention that. So go ahead and mix it all up. Go ahead and add the vanilla, 1/4 of a teaspoon. Wow, I'm really messing this recipe up. I'm reading the instructions again. Supposed to do it in my bowl. That's where the flour and ginger and the cinnamon was supposed to be, but let me reread this. Whisk the 6 tablespoons of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and the cinnamon into the butter into the mug. Oh, I'm doing that part right. Stir in the milk, molasses, and vanilla in the mug. Oh, that's right. Make the streusel topping in a small mixing bowl, which is this. Stir together the room temperature butter. We're going to do that in here in just a second. This is really lumpy. That's why they want you to whisk it. But I'm not sure. This is a whisk. Let's try this. Not sure if it's going to fit in my mug. Wow, look at that. Earlier, I failed to say, because when I told you what you would need in the ingredients, you need a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. Well, you split that up. You will put 1/4 a teaspoon in your cake mixture, which is right here. I got it all mixed up. And then you use the other 1/4 a teaspoon of ginger to make your streusel topping. And we're making that in a small bowl. You want to stir together the room temperature butter. The 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar. You need an additional 2 tablespoons of flour for the streusel topping. So we need to add that. So we have the 2 tablespoons of flour. The flour, the room temperature butter, the brown sugar, and the ginger. Go ahead and put the flour in. And you want to stir it all together. And you see how soft my butter is. It's room temperature. Once you get this all mixed up, you're going to pour it over your cake batter in your mug. it looks like that. It's a little clumpy. So we're going to go ahead and put this over the batter in your mug. I'm making a little bit of a mess. Scrape that off. Looks like that. So now it's time to put it in the microwave for 1.5 to 2 minutes until the cake is set. So you might ask, Miss Ann, how do you know if the cake is set? You can take a toothpick or a butter knife and stick it in the middle, and if you pull it out and none of the cake is sticking to it, that means it's done. And make sure you have your pot holders close because it's going to be hot when it comes out of the microwave.